Hey everyone, welcome to Philosophical Exploration, where we explore all aspects of the life experience. My name is Oleg Vydra, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite quotes, one of my favorite sayings that I use all the time in life. Life itself is the greatest source for spiritual awakening, because it's through the life experience that you can raise your consciousness, that you can gain understanding, that you can have these incredible spiritual moments through life itself. So many times I see people going through life and they're not sure about what they're going through. They're not sure what's good or bad. They get so emotional. There's resistance to what is. And we're going to record a video on that exactly as well, resistance to what is, as a separate topic. But things are happening and people say to themselves, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to deal with this? They get all emotional. The truth is that things are happening so you can learn from them, so you can learn from the experience, so you can understand life a little bit more, a little bit deeper, whether it be relationships, whether it be intimate business, school, life relationships, just going to the coffee shop, whether it be actual business and the way you're doing things or the way you're earning money. Whatever you're going through, whatever experience at your school that you might have had, or your education with your family, however you perceive your government, your country, your religion, all of it. If you take a moment to step back and observe everything, this is your life, this is the life experience. And life itself will be your greatest source for your spiritual awakening, for the raising of your consciousness and the raising of the consciousness around you. You see, we are all working together on this planet, right? It's the collective stream of consciousness that creates the life experience for all of us. We have divided in the past our countries, our religions, things that don't really exist. They're not real divisions. We're really Homo sapiens living on the same planet. We probably have a same origin system, right? This universe, a certain source energy, God, creation. If you get away from all of these divisions, you realize that the source for spiritually advancing yourself is this life experience. So don't fight it, don't push against it. Whatever's happening, start to see the lesson in everything. Start to see the understanding in everything. Start to see what it was meant for you to learn, how to raise your consciousness, how to spiritually evolve a little bit more. When you have a heartache, when you went through something in a relationship, learn from it. Feel it for a little bit, take the time, and then allow yourself to learn from every experience that you're having in this life. And that's going to raise your consciousness and understanding. And as you keep learning and not just reacting emotionally to everything that's happening to you, you're going to get better and better as things are maybe repeated or things are happening. Things happen in life all the time to all of us. That's the whole life experience. And as you're learning, as you become more balanced, right, everything starts to fall into place. And things don't start to seem so crazy. And you start to spiritually evolve. You start to understand and see a higher purpose in your life, in life itself. The purpose of life for this planet, for all of us alive on this planet, is to live. To wake up every day, to live, to be creators, to advance ourselves consciously, spiritually, to have realizations, to appreciate life, to energize each other, to feed each other energy, to go through everything together and collectively and individually. Individually, we make up the collective. Really, when you start to take on this philosophy, and that's why philosophy is so important, the right kind of understanding about life, the right kind of perception about life, how you see your reality, how your perception a lot of times isn't really the reality that's happening, it's just the way you're looking at it. So it's really important to develop all of these. And this is why I say the 10 pillars of life: mind, body, money, love, energy, happiness, inspiration, meditation, self-realization, and enlightenment. When you balance out all those, they all lead to a balanced understanding life experience that you appreciate, that you love, that you have faith in. That's the key. Faith in yourself, faith in life, faith in the universe, not just any particular system or particular one God or particular one country. Faith in everything, in this whole system that keeps it going, right? In this whole source energy. Life itself is the greatest source for spiritual awakening. There's so much depth to the life experience. Everything you're going through, again, just allow yourself to be an observer. Allow yourself to learn from it. Allow yourself to connect with people. Allow yourself to connect with the life experience and understand and go deeper and work on yourself. A lot of people aren't taught that in schools. A lot of people aren't taught that in life. A lot of people aren't taught that by their family. And so when you get older, when you come into this life, because I meet with so many young people, my wife and I, we travel all over the world now, and we meet people everywhere, whether it be in Ukraine, in US, in South America, when we were in Costa Rica, or especially now when we were spending almost a year in Bali. And in Bali, people there were from US, people were there from Australia, New Zealand, South America, all over Europe. It's a place, and we have met so many people in their 20s and 30s that are on this quest for life, quest for understanding, quest for passion, for meaning. And really, they reminded us that we are all here to share, and we are all here to learn, and we are all here to raise our consciousness, our awareness, and all here to enjoy this life experience, because there's a higher purpose, really. When you start to become a little bit more sensitive to life, when you step away from all of this conditioning and from all of these systems, whether it be governments, parents, and I have nothing against it. Governments help us, our parents try to do the best they can for us, all of these religious systems, the educational systems, they all have their place, their purpose. They all have their purpose. But if you're gonna take on the responsibility, if you're gonna become a light unto yourself, if you're gonna raise your own spiritual awareness and consciousness, the information that's out there, the conditioning, the program that's been instilled into you is limited. So you take from it what you need to, because it has a lot of good things, and then you go a little bit higher, because our current systems and education, a lot of our parents and societies and countries, they don't collectively yet take us further to that awareness of the wholeness of life, of source energy, of the universe, of this passion and the spirit that the human being entails, that is not limited to any one thing, that is not dividing human beings or society, that is not based on fear. And so it's based on inspiration, it's based on love, it's based on connectiveness, it's based on us working together, being creators through the collective stream of consciousness and enjoying life, appreciating what it is, because there's too much suffering going on in this world. Too much suffering, there is real suffering, I have to agree. There's emotional suffering, there's physical suffering, which is hard to get around when your body's in pain, I totally understand. There's suffering on behalf of constrictive governments that are authoritarianism, schooling systems, religions that really, don't let you do a lot of things, and you feel this kind of slavery in a sense, and this kind of a suffering. But most people in today's world are part of democratic societies, and we want all the world to become a democratic world, but democratic societies where people have a choice, they are active in adding to the democracy of their union, and their bodies are just fine, they can see, they can hear, they can walk, they can dance, they can scream, they can learn, they can do everything, but yet they're suffering. So much of the young generation is suffering. They should be enthusiastic about life, but they're suffering because of emotional suffering. Because of, anytime you go to a psychologist, right, they're going to tell you, oh, this began when you were 5 years old, when your parents got either divorced, or your parents were like this, or your religion was like that, or somebody did something like this, or somebody did something like that. So we have to get away from it all, step away, understand that the world is not perfect. Everybody did their best. Everything that happened, but now you have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to take responsibility for your spiritual awakening. Yes, let the people share their knowledge and experience. Yes, let all the information. You can go to seminars, you can read books, you can do whatever you want. You can take it all in. But it's really important that you become responsible for your own life experience, for your own spiritual awakening. Allow everybody to help you, but unless you take your responsibility, you're always going to feel that you can't get there. Everyone's going to say, well, I'm the middleman. I'm going to help you converse with God. I'm going to help you spiritually awaken. I'm going to help you do. And then you find that all the lacks, or you find out that that person isn't what they were meant to be, or made out to be, or that religion had flaws, or you're changing religions, or whatever it is, because it's all just conditionings and programs based on previous past and systems that need their strength and collective power based on you believing in them and saying that you have faith in them. but you should have faith in yourself. You should have faith in life, in the universe, because the purpose of life is to live. That's why life was created, and we were given co-creative powers to keep creating in this life experience. So I myself am doing exactly what you're doing. I'm going through this life experience. I'm learning, I'm observing, I'm realizing, I'm contemplating, I'm visualizing, I'm coming to realizations, and I'm sharing it with you because that's my passion. That, to me, that is my self-realization of myself. I realize I'm most passionate. I realize that I'm at most service to life. I realize that my energy is flowing the most, that after I take in all this information, after I've learned what I can, after I gain inspiration from others, after I'm fine-tuning my life experience, to give back, also to share, because we are all part of this experience. We are all part of this collective. And that's what I found for myself. I realized with all of my friends and people I'm associated with, this isn't everyone's self-realization process. Others have other things that inspire them, that they share, that they do with this world. So this is the journey for all of us. Life itself, everything you're going through, is going to be the greatest source for your spiritual awakening. When you start to understand that, you stop getting into conflicts with every experience that you're having in your life. You start using every experience to be an educational experience, to be something that lifts your spirits higher, that allows you to become more knowledgeable, that allows you to understand life greater, that allows you to spiritually awaken to a greater understanding of consciousness and awareness. So I'm here to inspire you guys also. You have to do the work, because if you don't, you're going to feel a little bit betrayed by life, by family, by this world. You're going to think things are unfair. You're going to think that things are just happening to you, but it's not. You know, the laws of attraction are dependent on the vibration, the energy, the spirit, the philosophy that you bring forward into this life. And that's a whole other subject, the laws of attraction. I'm going to record some videos on that, because that is truly a magnetism in all of our lives. And it truly, you can see how it works. I know I've seen it in my life, and I would love to talk and share about it as well. But so many people are looking for their spiritual purpose, for their spiritual awakening, through whether it be through certain religions, through certain yoga, through certain fitness, through certain breathing techniques, through certain meditation. All of that is fine. Take it all in, bring it all into your atmosphere of understanding, but still take responsibility after that to be your own guru, your own true master of life. Because nobody can ever be connected with the understanding of who you are better than you. Everybody can bring knowledge and experience and techniques and books and information, including myself. I'm sharing it with you, but nobody can be more understanding about your life experience than you. So if you take on all these tools, all this knowledge, you're going to be able to do the best work for yourself. You can be a light unto yourself. And believe me, everything I'm saying to you is what I'm going through myself. We are all learning and doing the same thing. It's the life experience. Every person, every master that's ever been out there, every spiritual leader that's alive or dead, the word enlightenment by Buddha has been talked about by over 2,500 years. You know, Jesus has talked about how we can, reach salvation and the most incredible life from thousands of years ago. All of the religions are 2,000, 5,000, 1,000. The Mormon religion is like 200 years old. Scientology is, I don't know, it's been around since the 70s. It became a legal religion, 10, 20 years ago. Everybody has some kind of an answer, some kind of a system, and there's so many different ways of looking at things. But you take it all in, should take responsibility, and you develop the ultimate philosophy, the ultimate way of perceiving life, the experience, everything that's happening based on the way you feel about certain things in life, because this is your center of the universe. This is your guidance system. We all have that guidance system right in here. And like I said, we travel over the world right now. My wife and I are in Cambodia on our way back to the US from Bali. A little bit of a cloudy day, beautiful ocean behind us, and just she was inspired. She recorded a video. We just had our daughter, she's 7 months old. She's inspired for young mothers to share information with them, everything that she's learning through the experience, while she's asking others, researching the internet, reading books, understanding things through what she's going through, and she's sharing that. And that's where we all gain it, through the experience of life. And for all of us, it has to become our experience as well, because if it doesn't, you're never going to really feel it, right? It's just going to be somebody else's words, somebody else's book, somebody else's religion, somebody else's information. It becomes yours when you take it all in, when everybody shares with us, when you study everything and you bring it into your philosophy, into your understanding of life. And that's so important, because many people think that they can't. They're like, well, who am I? I'm not a spiritual leader. I better leave it to the people out there. Yes, everybody has so much to share, but you, for yourself, are the ultimate guru, the ultimate master. And through your life experience and everything that you take in from around you, everything that you contemplate, that you realize, that you feel, all the information that comes your way, that's going to be the source, life itself, the source for your spiritual awakening. Give it some thought. See, it's not just about me telling you, going, okay, I agree with you. No, it's about you going, okay, I'm going to take in what you're saying, Oleg, and I'm going to process it for myself. And if I come to that same realization, if I decide I'm going to take on that responsibility for myself in my life, I'm going to be my own educator, bringing, organizing all this information that's out there. I'm going to use my life experience to spiritually awaken, to expand my consciousness, to expand my understanding about this existence, this universe, this experience together. Yes, that is your journey, that is my journey, that is all of our journey, and collectively it becomes a collective stream of consciousness of this world, of all the people that are here, as we start to break down these boundaries that never really existed, right? As they all start to come down and we start to unite, and then we start to create things, co-create on this amazing world where we have been passed on godlike powers of creation. In the same way that the universe, that source energy has created everything, has passed on those powers so we can add to that creation. Things that were not on this planet ahead of time are here now because we took the resources that were here and we created it. The resources are here today to create what's going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to say, we just created this. This is a new revolutionary something, but in reality, it was already here. The resources were already here. It's new to us in our creation, but it's already here as far as the all-around creation of the universe and all of its potential and all of its possibilities. Think about it for yourself. Create your philosophy foundation. Be your own master. Be your own guru. Doesn't mean you don't listen to other gurus or masters. You don't take their information in. You do. But ultimately, for you to have a solid base of understanding, to have the most strong faith in life, you have to be a light unto yourself. So always, always, always glad to listen to your comments, to hear some of your feedback. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, let me know if you have any specific topics you want me to talk about. If you want to support by signing up to subscribe to the YouTube channel, it adds that stream of collective consciousness strength. It goes, wow, people are they're supporting, it gives me strength to also say, hey, I want to keep recording. But in honesty, I've had this conversation with so many people, even one-on-one at our yoga studio or in life, and it's been so inspirational, or in a small group of 4 or 5 people. And anytime people can inspire me, or anytime I can inspire others and lift their consciousness, it's already worth it. If it's 1 person or 3 people or 5. So if I've touched anybody in your life, in your journey, as you start to spiritually advance your own life experience, let me know. If you want to share something with me, if you want to elevate my spiritual life experience, please do so. I'm always, always looking for additional sources of inspiration and knowledge, and that's what life is all about. So that's about it for today. I'm going to keep recording all different topics that come into my life, and I love hearing from you. Take care. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your friends. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.